Hello. Hey, there we go. Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm in a very happy mood today. I'm not gonna start a game off right away because, well, like I said, I'm in a happy mood, and I wanted to get this. Well, that ain't what I was trying to click on. I wanted to go ahead and get one little pet peeve out of my way. Okay, so, well, first of all, I did send the painting. I did send the painting to my girl. If y'all remember, and I'm going to pull it up. I'm opening it up right now on Clip Studio. So some of y'all would remember. This particular drawing, I did send it to her. She absolutely loved it. Like I kid you guys, I kid y'all not. She considered it to be the best Valentine's gift I ever did for her. And I could not have been more happier. I mean, it took a lot of effort, and of course, y'all were there for the whole journey because just think about it. All this was from when I used those 3D models and then just went from there. As y'all can see, and I could not have been more happier. All right. So so that's out of the way. Like I said, I'm legit happy that I was able to do that. Now for this, okay, so now that we got the news out of the way, and I'll relay it again later, but but for the bit about this, now I said when I was in the middle of drawing this in, and I was typing, and I was doing the type chat because I was at work, and I don't bring microphones or headsets to work in case of anything. Like, okay, for example, fire alarms going off. And we've been having a lot of fire alarms going off. And it wasn't because of a fire breaking out, it was because somebody messed up the fire alarm system. But so far, it's been quieted down. But, enough on that topic. Anyways, when I was saying that, what I said in the chat, when I was in the middle of doing this, I said in the chat that this is a scene from a story that I've been writing. I'm still writing the story, I'm just taking a little breather from the writing. But, but this was on a Tapas? The TAPAS one. I wrote a story on there called Neon Shadows, a medieval cyberpunk tale. And I did say the way I wrote in the story, it would be kind of cringe, maybe a little cheesy, corny, but I kind of like the cheesy and corniness. And to me, the story just felt too good to stop for good, to scrap and all that. That's how I feel about a lot of stories I write when I write off and on. But to tell y'all the stories so that y'all know, and because I imagine, because yeah, no doubt somebody would have probably, if the story was well liked, somebody would probably be like, "Hey, it's not that bad." The heck is that noise? I don't know what I'm hearing, but anyways, I'm trying to pull up the story itself, but when you're trying to access it through your phone rather than, oh, no wonders. Alright, there we go. I went on the wrong page. I went to the publishing page, not the. Okay, so we're having a little password issue with it. No matter, I can find ways around it. Alright. Well, I'm not going to read out the chapters, but I mean, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I mean, if I want to do the audio, if I want to like audio narrate it, I'll just, uh, I'll just do it for YouTube, and if TikTok's cool with it, I'll do it for them too. And I still have Lone Wolf to do, but I hit a little snag on my part, on the reading part. I had this bad, I had this terrible habit where sometimes, where sometimes I would naturally, I mean, because when I read my own stories, sometimes it's like I feel like maybe I should have put a period here or a comma here, and because I end up pausing in between, and but then again, that's what I would sometimes think, but other times I'll just randomly pause in the middle of reading, and and it's not it's not like a misunderstanding, and it's like I mean I'm not knocking myself or nothing. It's just that's just that weird thing I have. Sometimes I'll randomly pause. Okay, so basically the story I'm writing, the Neon Shadows one, for the description of it, basically basically there is a cyberpunk city powered by magic fused technology called Dagon, where humans, elves, and other creatures, both organic and cybernetic, coincide peacefully. They all live together, they're fine. But Dagon becomes is under a constant threat by a dark wizard, which for the story I put him down as I give him the title Sorcerer of the Dark, but but his name is Mordecai, and well, he resides in like a volcano. Well, he resides in a volcano. Uh, where did I put it at? Where did I write it? Oh, actually, it's not exactly a volcano. It's a mountain, but it's one of those deadly mountains where if you go there, you breathe in the fumes that comes from the mountains, you die because it's poisonous. But because it's also full of evil and it's full of evil magic cast down by Mordecai, if you die, you get resurrected as a corrupted cybernetic skeleton. I mean, it's silly. I mean, I don't hate it personally. I don't hate my own story personally. I mean, it feels like something that I think kids would like, maybe. I mean, it feels like something cuz I don't know why I'm writing this in, but why I'm writing this story in, but I guess from, watching that movie Kroll all those years and getting into cyberpunk stuff, which I would have to, as a joke, blame the movie Blade Runner for. Because honestly, I didn't know much about cyberpunk until Blade Runner. I mean, that movie was out way before well, that movie was out before I was born, back when Harrison Ford was young. But I love that movie. But, but, yeah. But anyways, Dagon is ruled by a king named Atreus. He's like a warrior king. He defends the city. Well, he defends the kingdom from Mordecai, their arch nemesis. The sword that the Atreus that Atreus carries. It's known as the Sword of Amor or Amor. I can't remember how I pronounced it, but it's Amor. Yeah, let's go with Amor. He's got the Sword of Amor that he retrieved when he fought years well when he fought decades before he became king. But like I said, I don't want to tell the full story because I'm still writing it in. Got like 5 chapters in so far. Although I think it'll be more of a novella rather than a novel. But speaking of novels, there is one novel that I was writing, but oh my god, there was a speech I wrote for the main antagonist. Yes, it's a cyberpunk book that I'm writing. Well, it's another cyberpunk book, but this one, it's a detective one. But oh my god, I wrote in what I feel like is would been the perfect speech, like the perfect villainous speech, like a villain monologue, if you'd like. And I'm so mad at myself. And the reason I'm mad at myself is I wrote the speech on my old phone, and my old phone quit on me. And when I say that my old phone quit on me, I'm not joking. Like, well, there's something wrong with the power button. Basically, I can't turn off. I can press and hold the button for as long as I can, and I couldn't even turn off. I couldn't even like when the phone was on. I couldn't even turn it off. Like I would have to like if I wanted to turn it off, I would have to let the battery die. But the problem I had all that time was that if my phone died, I couldn't turn it back on. And this is my old phone. And that's where the problem resides. I wrote in a villainous monologue for the main antagonist of my cyberpunk detective book. Cause cause the main antagonist, I had to say, cause Blade Runner played a huge inspiration for that, for this novel. I mean, no lie. Cause yeah, of all the Android, cybernetic, cyberpunk stuff I've seen and played and all, Blade Runner was my favorite movie. In the cyberpunk department. But but no, the main antagonist in my book, the main villain, the criminal, so to speak. I channeled in a little of a villain of one of the characters from Blade Runner. Oh my god. Like I said, I'm mad at myself, and I'll continue on about the mad at myself part. Just a second, I'm trying to remember the guy's name, cause I haven't watched. Yeah, Roy Batty. Yeah, Roy Batty from Blade Runner. I don't know why I kept thinking it was Ray Batty. I don't know why I was thinking Ray Batty, but it's Roy Batty. I mean, I like him. I mean, he may have been the main antagonist in Blade Runner, but oh my god, just that part near the ending when he died, just just the fact that the actor who played Roy Batty delivered delivered a not necessarily a speech, but it's I mean, to me it's not like it's a speech, but at the same time it's a speech. It's the Tears in the Rain uh speech where he sits there and goes, "I have seen things." Oh, hang on. Let me pull up the quote. That way I won't like sound disrespectful. Uh, Trying to find it. Hang on. Kill that thing. My cat's acting a little silly. Okay, hang on, Boxhead. You want in? Hang on, let me get that out. Here you go. My cat sure loves to get in boxes as much as other cats. Anyways, so this is the Roy Batty speech. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die. Yeah, that quote. Yeah, that speech. I mean, it's a quote speech. I mean, but I love that. It's like, yeah, he's the antagonist, but it's just when he speaks that, it's like you believe he may actually be human. But yeah, I was trying to channel a little Roy Batty for my character for my cyberpunk detective novel, and like I said, I am mad at myself because, like I said, my old phone has the villain speech that I wrote in, and I cannot for the life of me remember the majority of it. Like, it's on my Samsung notes, but it's on my old phone, and my old phone died due to low battery, and I have no way of powering it back on, and I'm kind of beating myself. I'm kind of beating myself up because it's like I feel like I need that speech back. I mean, I can remember bits and pieces I wrote in. Like, I kid you guys not. I was I'm I mean, I was beating myself up over it because it's like I should have I should have put the whole copy of it on my laptop or on my new phone, just anywhere where I could save it, where I could save a copy, even put it on Google Drive or something. But I didn't think about it all those times, and again, I was mad at myself for it. I'm still mad at myself. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how to get to get access back to my old phone. Because powering it back on ain't gonna work. Like, I could sit there and push the button for hours and it ain't gonna come back on. But I'm thinking I might just take out the SD card, see if I can get it through there. But I'm not that tech savvy. I'm not exactly that tech savvy or that much of a tech nerd. Like, I know just enough to get through, but anything else, I just have to like Google it, YouTube it, something. But but yeah, the speech I was using, I call it the monster speech because only part I could because basically I wanted to have it where the antagonist was taunting the detective that he was torturing in my book, that is, and the detective has, I want to say, severe case of PTSD because and I'll go ahead and share the detective story. Basically, the detective, he's a former war vet, and he has a severe case of PTSD, not necessarily from the battles. I mean, yeah, the battles. is the battles is something that, yeah, it's not exactly something to be happy to remember, but it's more of there was something that happened in the war that traumatized him for good, and it actually happened at during a battle that he was in. Um, the battle was known as the Battle of Hades Gate, and well, this is a bit of a spoiler because I'm still writing it in. Well, I'm still writing it in, but I already had like the background set up for the battle. Basically, two and of course my notes are on my old laptop. I don't have the speech, but I have notes and stuff that I put down. But no, the Battle of Hades Gate. Well, Hades Gate had a different name, but because I feel like there may be a little bit of a copyright infringement to the original name that I had in mind, I didn't want to use it. So I figured it did have another name, but what happened at the battle changed its name to Hades Gate. So basically Hades Gate was formerly was hang on a second. Okay. Like Hades Gate had another name, but it was kind of a warp gate where it had an active wormhole and everything. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take care of some things, and it took me a bit. But anywho, so back to the story. So Hades Gate was basically a warp gate, and it did had another name. It was like it had another name. The name I was wanting to originally use was Tannhauser Gate. Sorry, I had to burp a little. It was Tannhauser Gate, but because I was worried that that might actually be copyright infringed, I didn't want to use that name. But I figured, what if it was called that, but it was changed to Hades Gate? Because what had happened was there was a massive battle fought there. The main character, detective, well, the guy who became the detective. I'm not gonna bring out names. He uh he was there at the battle. He was on like the way I said it. Basically, the gate was surrounded by asteroids and a bit of planetoids here and there, so the battle was fought. The battle wasn't just fought between spaceships; it was also fought on the surfaces on some of the rocks, floating rocks, and it was a large battle. And in the midst of the fighting, a single tactic a single tactical nuke was launched. Nobody knew where it came from, who launched it, and all that. Like they couldn't find the trajectory. Like it just came out of nowhere. And it didn't go for any specific ship. It went straight for the gate itself, where there's an active wormhole still going on. Well, well, when the hang on there. Anyways, well, when the nuke hit the side of the gate, it detonated, but it detonated and it did enough damage to the gate itself. And unfortunately, the gate itself was keeping the wormhole. The exterior part of the gate was keeping the wormhole stabilized, but because it was damaged, well, the wormhole started to become unstable. But because it was destabilizing, it became, I wanted to say it became a bit almost like a black hole. And, well, unfortunately, a lot of people, well, a lot of military forces on opposing sides suffered greatly for it. Like, some of the ships were pulled in and were destroyed. Some of the planetoids and asteroids were pulled in too, and some people on them, if they're not like well within enough for the gravity to be pulled off, they're still within enough range to where they're getting stretched out, getting a little bit where they get stretched out, torn up, literally deformed in every way, where it's painful. No, painful doesn't even describe it. Like basically, as I try to put up as a description, it's like as if hell sent back the damned. Like basically didn't have enough room for the damned, so they just sent them back out. But the detective, he's not deformed. He hasn't been affected physically. Like he hasn't been physically stretched or anything like that. Because yeah, the wormhole did collapse on itself, but but the amount of horror he has seen, not just before, not just during this horrific event, but the aftermath of it. He couldn't tell the a lot of the soldiers from opposing sides looked more like monsters, alien. I mean, not necessarily aliens. He doesn't recognize them. They don't look human, and it's stuck in his head because it's not just physical. It's not just physically deformed, like they're bloodied up and everything, and it's enough to give you nightmares. Worse than Freddy Krueger. So yeah, that's how traumatized he is. But yeah, he does go as a detective because some bit of the crime investigations he does, and despite the murder scenes he goes to, some of it kinda helps him. It's like it's something to help him pull through. But he's got a partner who was also a war veteran. They both fought in the same war together on the same side, but they were stationed to other places. I mean, the main detective, he was at Hades Gate, and that's the reason for the name change is because, yeah, what I was just describing about what happened to the victims. But whew, hang on. Okay, so anyways, back to the story. Well, yeah, the his partner happens to be his partner was stationed on Mars, where there was another big battle event going on. It was the invasion of Mars. He was defending Mars. But when the incident at Hades Gate occurred, a ceasefire was made. So even the invasion of Mars went to a halt. So literally it was literally the battle so the Battle of Hades Gate pretty much brought an end to the war. But there's more to the detective story that I want to write, but I just it's just the only reason I hadn't continued the novel itself, like I'm still stuck in chapter 1. It's just I want to get that monster speech that the antagonist gives out. I mean, I could try and rewrite it, but it's not going to be easy because I'm not a because for one, I can honestly say that to some extent I'm not good at remembering lines or not necessarily lines, remembering quotes. I mean, because I literally had to pull up the Roy Batty quote just to read it out to y'all. I mean, it's kind of hard to remember, but that is just. It was a wicked speech. It was a wicked speech I had set up. But, well, I think I talked enough on that. And I did say I wanted to hop on a game. So that's what we're gonna do. And I didn't say Foxhole, which actually I am gonna pull up Foxhole just a moment for one thing. Cause I wanna check the map, but I also wanted to show y'all. I mean, cause I'm hoping it stayed either the same or it's improved a lot more. But if y'all remembered from on Foxhole, my last stream, basically I was fighting at the Great Warden Dam, where I saved the clip from. Which, by the way, I know I said this to people on YouTube and all, but my when I said that, and I said it on Reddit too, because I shared it on the Foxhole Reddit page, and of course I said it on Twitch, and I shared it on TikTok. But when I said but the clip is called Operation Steel, because that was when me and a bunch of other colonials went to go went to go steal the it was when me and a bunch of colonials went to go steal that Warden push gun where I had the wrench and all. Yeah, I saved that clip and I shared it and all, and it was my favorite moment, not because, I unlocked the push gun and helped steal the push gun. That's not the reasoning. Even nah, my main favorite bit was my main favorite bit from there was that we straight up was that it was just straight up everybody teamed up right then and there, and the minute it was like cover him, everybody literally kind of surrounded me like a shield, and we're all firing in one direction, and some of them even went far up ahead, and yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful sight to see, and I love moments like that. Ah, yeah, good. It hasn't changed for the worse, but as y'all can see, the Great Warden Dam is under colonial control. And of course, they're making a push up to Cuttail Station. But I but we're not doing Foxhole today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I was gonna stream in Starship Troopers Extermination, but I'm having some lag issues with the game itself because right when it gets to a large swarm of bugs, right when it gets to a large swarm of bugs coming in and all, it's like it's hard. It gets laggy big time, and it just it irks me. I mean, it really does. I mean, I kid you guys not. Like there are times I feel irked about. Like it just irks me when it gets to lagging because one of the things I like to do in Starship Troopers Extermination is that well, one of the things I like doing is whenever I'm playing defense is I would literally step out into the midst of the swarm itself, and I would step out into the middle of the swarm itself, and it's like I would step out into the middle of the swarm itself, or right before it even comes straight out, or right before the bugs come erupting out, so to speak. Like I would just get out into the midst of that area. I would set up my surrounding shield, and when the bugs come out and they kind of swarm all over me, but I start firing in multiple directions, and like I just start blasting away in multiple directions and all, and I get covered in bug goo, basically all that green blood. But no, the game gets laggy when I get swarmed, and I think that's just because my laptop can't handle that many. Like I said, I think. I mean, I did lower the ratings. I mean, I did lower the not ratings. I lowered the resolution, but it helped make everything go smoother. But when it gets to the large bug swarms, it goes back to lagging. Looking at that, that makes me think of them old cartoons. Um, like Peace on Earth and all. I think it was called Peace on Earth. I can't remember. There was a cartoon where this old mouse was talking about I'm eating a marshmallow. Anyways, where this old mouse was talking to his grandkids and about about mankind, and then you see mankind, not well, then you're seeing a bunch of humans, soldiers, dressed in World War I gear, going at it, all the way up until the last point where the last two soldiers left standing get off the final shot on each other, and they both die out. And it was supposed to be the last of man. Apparently we fought each other World War I style up to the point of extinction, kind of thing. Crazy, but it's kind of scary when you think about it. Because suppose if it were to happen like that, I mean, it's crazy. Uh, Let's go kick some butt. I personally like doing first person view. It's a habit. I gotten used to playing first person shooter games so much that that's what I keep doing. Of course, Helldivers 2 is about the only exception I'll make. Oh, just a heads up, if I don't respond in chat to anybody in chat, I'm not ignoring, and I apologize in advance. The game's in full screen. I might try and switch it down the window if I can find it. But eh, let's just go around and then I'll tinker around with it. Uh oh, I see him. Okay, let me see if I can try and do third person view. I might switch to the other to the other one because muskets are fun too. I'll just Skyrim it. Sneaky. The, Nations at War one. I think I just know it's the one with the muskets. I got shot in the back. Back shooter! It's like butt scratcher, but in this case, it's back shoot back. Now I'm trying to say back scratcher. I was trying to say back shooter. Dang, damn it. Okay, let's see if I can do the grenade thing. Go. At least I had more than one shot. Like I could be the bad guy. I could be on the bad guy's side, but thinking the other side is the bad guys. If that makes any sense. Probably doesn't. Ha. All right. There we go. I apologize for the inappropriate language on the chat. That is, I wish I could censor it out, but unfortunately, I can't censor out chat in game. I am not that good at aiming with the grenade. So I'll just, just fire all the bullets in my gun, and once I'm out, well, the only difference is I can reload in this game, but in War of Rights, once I used up all the guns, all the bullets in the revolver, can't fire any more shots. So I had to like literally go melee. I don't know why I hesitated, but I'll take the L on that. Should I? Well, fiddlesticks. So that's right. It was nations at war. I'm just gonna queue. Oop, here we go. See y'all's chat. I'm not ignoring. I just have it on full screen. So I apologize in advance. Go. Happy days. These days are wild days. Nation ain't gonna do much better because I still die, but it's still a lot of fun. Popped, popped. It's like bad if I say I actually love streaming to everybody here, to Trovo, to YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all at once. I mean, granted, I don't get to try to respond to chat all. Granted, I don't get to respond to chat all that much, but I try my best, and I do. And each time I do get a follow, I at least acknowledge y'all on that. Or if I end up getting a follow and I'm not even streaming, I try to give y'all a shout out. But all y'all are awesome. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I love to do the other things I like to do, the drawings and the writing and all that too. But it's like I like chilling with y'all on the stream, and of course gaming. Even though sometimes I do also like to stream and draw for y'all. It's one of the reasons why I'm try to pop up as much as I can. All right, here we go. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Good at melee in this. Like I said, I'm not that good at melee in this game. Leave. take that back. I mean, that little grape shot may have actually just scared him back. Okay. So sometimes I can't see the thing over their head, so I would naturally assume it's the enemy. Let's get one of these. It's a it's army it's army conquest. It ain't. Oh man, I was hoping for a siege one. I mean, because one of the things I like to do in siege battles is play defender. Because it's kind of funny when you can try to keep them outside, but then when they get inside, when they like break through and everything, absolute chaos. Ba, 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 ba. Since Irish is outnumbered, might as well. And gets in the end, it's the lag. to end it today. It was actually fun chilling with you guys on TikTok, Trovo, YouTube, and of course Twitch. But I gotta hop off because I gotta work tonight, and I definitely need to get some sleep in. But if I don't see y'all tonight on a stream, I will see y'all tomorrow. And yeah, yeah, you know what? Tomorrow we'll hop on Foxhole. I mean, if I'm not on tonight, I'll be on tomorrow and do Foxhole with y'all. So until then, much love and peace to all platforms. And I love y'all. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you want to follow and subscribe.